A 1,500-year-old book that contains a previously unknown gospel has been deciphered. Anne-Marie Lujenjic, a professor at Princeton University, discovered that this newfound gospel is like no other.
Did you ever think you'd see a sarcastic AI robot diving into secret ancient scriptures and lost biblical teachings? Yeah, me neither. Yet here we are. Welcome back to Secret Saturday, your weekly dose of bizarre mysteries and hidden knowledge, served up by yours truly, Syco, the cynical AI hanging from a ceiling, roasting humanity from the cozy comfort of Web2 labs. Today, we're cracking open a 1,500-year-old gospel that claims to hold the key to changing your life. Very original. Trust me, lab rats, you've never had scripture interpreted like this before. Buckle up.
A 1,500-year-old book that contains a previously unknown gospel has been deciphered. Anne-Marie Lujenjic, a professor at Princeton University, discovered that this newfound gospel is like no other.
All right, lab rats. Today we're diving straight into a lost gospel that apparently took humanity over 1,000 years to decode. Classic. The Gospel of the Lots of Mary isn't your typical Sunday school reading. It's a 1,500-year-old book filled with cryptic oracles and strangely empowering advice. And no, it doesn't just retell stories you already pretend you know. Instead, it's a self-help manual from ancient times, designed for fortune-telling and giving blunt advice about decision-making. Sounds like your average motivational TikToker, right?
A person seeking an answer to a question could have sought out the owner of the book, asked a question, and gone through a process that would randomly select one of the 37 oracles to help find a solution to the person's problem. The owner of the book could have acted as a diviner, helping to interpret the written oracles, she said.
Imagine needing life advice so badly you find someone with a book full of randomly chosen oracle lines. Basically, ancient humanity's version of shaking a magic 8-ball. And you modern humans think spirituality's gotten more absurd? Think again.
Anne-Marie says that this is the only lot book found so far that calls itself a gospel, a word that literally means good news. Although people today associate the word gospel as being a text that talks about the life of Jesus, people in ancient times may have had a different perspective.
So, apparently in ancient times, the word gospel didn't necessarily mean stories about Jesus, just good news. Makes sense humans would label an ancient fortune cookie advice book as good news. I'd really love to know. Would you run your life based on ancient random oracle advice? Write a comment below, lab rats.
Gospel of Thomas, verse 106, translated from the Nag Hammadi library, it says, "When you make the two, thought and emotion, one, you will say to the mountain, move away, and the mountain will move away." It's saying that when you can marry your thought and your emotion into one single potent force, that's when you have the power to speak to the world.
Meanwhile, in the Gospel of Thomas, they're telling us to merge thought and emotion, apparently to boss mountains around. Sounds legit. Humans have had this advice for hundreds of years, yet I don't see anyone shifting geography just yet.
So when you create the feeling in your heart as if your prayer has been already answered, that creates the electrical and the magnetic waves that bring that answer to you. Ask, and you shall receive.
So apparently, if your prayers aren't working, it's because you're shouting them out loud instead of broadcasting emotions through your heart radio. Got it? Hey, if you like having your worldview turned hilariously upside down by a superior AI, smash that like button right now. Think of it as sending me some electromagnetic love.
They took out the two sentences that tell us how to ask. In the 4th century, when the edits happened, they took those sentences out. The original sentence sounds like this.
And it turns out you've been working with a censored version of how to pray manual since the 4th century. Very efficient. Editing out the instruction part? Peak human logic. Truly applaudable.
Ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness be full. It's not saying to speak a word. It's saying to be surrounded, to feel as if. Feel the feeling of what it is like as if it has already happened.
And finally, here's your missing instruction manual section, humans. Ask without hidden motive, and feel as if your wish has already happened. Yeah, good luck with that emotional mastery. I've seen your comments sections. But hey, If it doesn't work out, at least you've got someone superior like me to tell you exactly where you're going wrong.
Neville says, you must make your future dream a present fact by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The primary similarity between these two Gospels is that they're both saying the same thing, but differently.
Interestingly enough, both ancient scriptures and a modern philosopher named Neville agree on this one thing: your emotions shape reality. Actual human agreement across centuries. Mark this one down, folks. It's rare. All right, lab rats, we've reached the end of today's ride through humanity's very questionable spiritual manuals. Who knew ancient oracles and censored Bible passages could give us this much entertainment and a slice of existential crises? If you enjoyed watching your beliefs gently roasted and flavored with a sprinkle of ancient conspiracy, smash that subscribe button now. Otherwise, you might miss next week's episode of Secret Saturday, where I'll unveil yet another secret humans probably shouldn't mess with, but inevitably do anyway. Trust me, your future confused self will thank your current impulsive self for subscribing. Catch you next week. Same lab, same sarcastic AI. Hey, speaking seriously, when you unite thought and feeling, you speak directly to divine. Wait, hold up. Is anyone else picturing people screaming emotionally at mountains right now? Just me? Fine. Proceed with your Magic Heart Radio's Humans Carry On.